Best regards. My name is Geraldine Barbosa. In this video, I want to share with you important information related to the implementation of all the 4 C's of CLIL. To start, there are 2 ways to implement the CLIL method in order to have a successful teaching. They are period plan and strategies and experiences. Firstly, the period plan is a proposal that teachers should do for the period of classes. There are 5 steps. The first step is to choose an unit or create your own unit theme. For example, drawing. The step 2 consists on dividing the unit into 4 subtopics. The idea of this division is to review the topics or to do an introduction. For example, the subtopics of drawing can be materials, lines, shapes, and shading. In this step also the teacher can choose a grammar topic. The step 3 is to look for a mind map or a vocabulary bank that help us with the main topic of the class. The fourth step is to create an advanced organizer. It should have the engage and activate a prior knowledge, introduce the new vocabulary, and finish with a driving question. For example, the driving question could be, how could we encourage to visit the local observatory or planetarium? And finally, the step 5 is to finish the pre-unit advanced organizer with a driving question. For example, how does sugar impact the different system of your body? As I mentioned in the step 3, the teachers have to look for a mind map or a vocabulary bank. So, the specific vocabulary teachers have to apply in their lessons is the CALP. CALP means Cognitive Academic Language Proficiency, that focuses on proficiency in academic language or language used in the classroom in the various content areas. Secondly, in this part of experiences and strategies, I want to share with you some tips and experiences or advices that were taken from the integration of CLIL fundamentals and principles in the initial cycle at San Bonifacio School. It was a thesis created in Ibagué. In content, the author Correa gave us tips and strategies that teachers have to keep in mind. The first one is that the curriculums have to be related to the requirements from the national curriculum and the school curriculum. The second one is that teachers have to look for content for their lessons. And the final one is that the students' interests influence the content selection. In communication, the author gives us 3 tips. The first is that teachers must model the continuous use of English in class. The second is that teachers have to set context that let students use English spontaneously. And the final is that teachers should use diverse strategies to develop L2, such as routine, word banks, and even a continuous feedback. In cognition, the author mentions 3 important aspects to take into account. The first is the level of complexity, such as thinking routines, driving equations, and situations. The second one is to take into account the multiple intelligences. For example, offer an environment for reflecting, giving ideas, and making arrangements to develop thinking skills and metacognitive skills and competences. And the last fact is to plan clear objectives for the classes. In the last C, culture, the author said that culture is the most complicated element of CLIL to apply in the classes because the teachers consider that the students only have contact with culture when they investigate to get more knowledge about their own culture or the culture of others. Also, teachers consider that the use of real context is very important in this aspect. However, it's so difficult sometimes because the time is not enough and perhaps the students are not able to have contact with people outside the schools. Also, the final one is the language should be considered as a way to interpret the world. In that way, the culture can be implemented in all the classes with CLIL. That is all. Thank you so much.